doing? Just putting the lid on my pen because it's a bit of an inky one and literally goes everywhere. The amount of times where I'm like, oh, it's on my desk. Oh, it's here. It's everywhere. I have just put the finishing touches to module 1, which is going live tomorrow. I am relaunching Speak Up, which was something... Why are all the bugs coming out to play? Which was something I started in 2019 to help personal brands, small businesses, freelancers, however you identify, to really nail your public speaking. I've been a public speaker for 25 years. I'm a trained actor, and I've been in so many different places and spaces that my speaking has changed my life. I'm going to say it. It's been a great additional income stream. It's meant I can create money whenever I need it by sharing what I do and selling and earning. What else? I have grown my audience. I've been invited to the most amazing rooms, and it's meant that I have ultimately... Oh, I'm only just realizing this as I'm saying it. I've just had such a pick and mix of a career. And I think when we're at school and when we are imagining what the next phase of our life or our business or career is going to look and feel like, I love the fact that I can constantly be surprised. And having speaking as part of my portfolio career means that that can happen, because there are so many opportunities. Even, 10, 15 years ago when I was beginning in this personal development space, the only form of speaking were often American people or English people who would put on an American accent. When they'd be like, literally, like, it's so amazing. I was like, where are you from, pal? Where are you from? The only kind of version of speakers I used to see were men in really terrible shiny suits who all had the same font on their slideshow, and everybody just looked the same. And the great thing is not only is there a need, because not everybody just wants to learn from one particular kind of person, but you, with your stories, your talents, your experience, have so much to share. But what I see constantly are people not charging. They're like, oh, I didn't really know what to say. This person asked me to speak at their event, but I didn't really know how much to charge. So I said, oh, just leave it this time. I'm like, no, don't leave it. No, don't leave it this time, because what you have is so valuable. Also, if you build these foundations, you're really beginning to create deep roots in your personal brand. There are so many people who are learning from those things of, I'll just write an ebook in a weekend, or I'll just make my first product in 4 hours. If you can build from that place of really understanding who you are, what your contribution is, how you really excel, how you help people, how you connect with people, it's going to serve you so often, again and again and again. I love that not every single day, but certainly every single week, I have an email that comes into my email box and I'm like, oh, I did not know that I wanted to do that, but I absolutely do. And that's really exciting. Whenever I think about working for myself and being able to create, I knew it always came from that place of being able to knock my own socks off. I've spoken about this so often. When I was a kid growing up, I lived in a village. It was quite a big village, but it was in the middle of nowhere. And I always felt like I was essentially peeking over the fence, feeling like stuff was happening over there. And then when I moved to London at 18, and as I've been building my career for the last 25 years, it still just brings me so much joy that I can make this happen, and so can you. And it doesn't even have to be in a glossy, fantastic, deeply impressive or big stages to other people. I have spoken on big stages and worked with big brands, but I've also loved that I could, during the pandemic, create a workshop and invite people to join and pay for it and essentially feed my family. That sense of possibility equally thrills me, because I love to teach that. Some people are not necessarily suited or would not want to speak to big stages of like 5,000 people. But the fact that they can run their business at home through speaking and feed their baby and have their baby at home whilst they're doing that, it's incredible. And I will never not stop speaking about this, because having that possibility in your skill set is everything, especially at this time, in this culture, in this climate. I know that the emphasis sometimes is like, well, maybe I should do a course on how to do reels. And then suddenly the algorithm changes it, suddenly Instagram goes down or something happens. And the thing is, you want to get to a stage where you have such strong foundations within yourself, within your personal brand, that it doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter what the algorithm is saying or the one way to do something. You know that you've got this covered. Ultimately, if you are the service provider, if you are the face of your business, the best use of your time right now, A, to be really good at what you do, but secondly, to be able to sell it, to be excited about it, to be able to share it and show up and be you and be clear and connect and engage and all of these great things. I am going to be relaunching this tomorrow. As I mentioned, Module 1 comes out tomorrow. On Thursday, Module 2 comes out. There is a 25% discount off at the moment. All you need to do is add in paid to the promo code. What was I going to say? My aim also is that you are going to be able to make this money back within 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 speaking gigs. Like that. Easy. Do the things, put things in place, and start getting paid. Pitch, make it make sense. People will hire and pay you. So again, this is not something that it's like, I'm just going to put some money in it or I'm going to invest into it. You're going to see that conversation, that relationship between, right, I'm going to do Speak Up and I'm going to do these things and get these things in place. And then I want you to knock your own socks off and say, oh my goodness, in the first year, I made that back 10 times over, 20 times over. In a lifetime, you know, that I've hosted this for the first time in 2019, there will be people who have made that back 20, 50, 100 times over. So once you do this work, the possibilities are limitless. Yeah, that's where we're up to. We're starting tomorrow. There is a self-study course, or you can do option 2 or option 3. Option 2 and 3 have some one-on-one time with me. So if you are somebody who's like, I like a bit of online course, but I actually like human interaction, or you might be in the option 3 camp where you're thinking, unless I have absolute one-to-one support, I'm not going to do the thing, Nicky. So if you could just guide me through that process, yes, I absolutely will. I always work with lots of different kinds of clients in that way. So come on over. I'll see you in there. We start tomorrow. Module 1 will go live then, and I can't wait to share it with you. Any questions, drop me a message. That promo code, once again, is paid, one word. Whatever case, I think it'll just work. You'll see it, it will pop up. And there's also a payment plan. So if you want to do it in 2 payments rather than 1, you can do that as well. That's it for today. I will see you tomorrow, and lots of love. Bye.